Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time on the channel, you are highly welcome. Please do also like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so as to be notified when I upload new videos. Thank you. It's been a while. I hope we're all doing great, and I am really sorry I haven't been posting all this while, but I am back now. I thank everyone for the constant support always. God bless and reward you all. Thank you. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to cut this baggy pants I am putting on, and in our next video I'll be showing you the sewing part of it. And these are the material needed to make these baggy pants. We'll be needing our tape rule, our elastic. I'll be using the 1-inch elastic, and you can use the 2-inch elastic, heavier ones. We'll be needing the scissors, our chalk, and then our fabric. This fabric is called African print, popularly known as Ankara, and we'll be needing about 1.5 yards of it to make this pants. So let's dive into the video. So let's start with the drafting of the front. I folded my fabric into two, and to know how I got the wideness of the fabric I folded, I divided my hip measurements into 4. My hip is 40 divided into 4, that gave me 10 inches, and then I added extra 6 inches allowance. So that was how I got the wideness of the pants. This pants will be having a 2.5 inches band. The tip of the cloth will serve as our starting point on our waistline. From the waistline, I'll place the tape there like this, and then take my thigh length. For my thigh length, I'll be using 12 inches plus half inches sewing allowance to the band. So I'll be marking the 12.5 inches like this. So I'll mark it all the way to the other end of the fabric, and then I'll take my ruler to join the lines together. So this is the thigh line. Also from the waistline, I'll be placing my tape there to take my hip line. I'll be using 9 inches for my hip line plus the half inches I added for the sewing allowance at the hip. That makes it 9.5. I'll be marking out. So I'll be marking it out all the way to the end of the fabric, and then use my ruler to make a straight line. Also from the waistline, I'll place my tape and take the pants length. For the pant length, I'll be making use of 18 inches plus the half inches makes it 18.5 inches plus 2 inches sewing allowance for the down parts makes it 20.5 inches. So I'll be marking out that 20.5 inches all the way to the end of the fabric, and then I'll be using my ruler to connect the points together. We won't be working with a waist measurement since there will be an elastic band, but we'll be working with the hip measurements instead. So I'll divide my hip measurements into 4 and then place the measurement directly on the crotch line from the fold of the fabric here. After marking my hip measurements there, I'll be adding extra 3 inches for his. To get the crotch extension, I'll divide my hip measurements by 16. 40 divided by 16, whatever I get, I'll be marking it from this point here. So mine was 2.5 inches. I'll mark it there like this. So from this point, I'll mark it all the way to the waistline. I'll remeasure it again. This is 13 inches here. I'll mark the same 13 inches on my waistline, and then I'll use my ruler to connect the 2 points together. From these points here, I'll be connecting it into the straight line to make a curve. I'll place my tape on the crotch line to measure what I have. I have about 15 3/4 here. So on the pants length, I'll be going there and then reduce 1 inches from the 15 3/4. So I'll mark it there like this. I'm reducing the 1 inches to give it a bit of shape. So from this point to the crotch line, I'll be joining the points together with my ruler. So this is all for the drafting of the front. We'll go ahead to cut the front piece, and then we'll be slitting the center fold. So I'll go ahead to cut it out. I am done cutting it out. The next one we're doing is to draft the back part of it. I have gone ahead to fold my fabric into two, just as I did for the front piece, and then I'll place the front directly on it like this. As you can see, usually the waist of the back piece is usually higher than the waist of the front piece, so that's why you're seeing the back piece is much more higher than the front piece. So after doing that, we'll be adding 2 inches allowance to the waist like this. We'll add 2 inches, mark it there like this, and then on the hip line we'll be adding 2 inches there too. On the crotch line, we'll be adding 2 inches. From the crouch line, we'll also mark 2 inches all the way down to the pant length. From the crouch line, I'll be connecting the point from there to the hip line and also to the waistline. So you'll be connecting the points together just as I am doing. So after doing that, I said the back piece is always higher than the front piece. So on the front waistline, I'll be placing my tape through there and then measure up 1 inches, just as I am doing. So from the 1 inches, I'll connect it, I'll slant it all the way to the side of the front piece fabric like this. I'll use my ruler to connect it together. And this was how it came out after I was done connecting it together. And this is all for the back piece. What I'll be doing next is to also cut out the back piece. So I'll be cutting it out and then I'll be slanting the center front of the back piece too. So I'll go ahead to cut it out. So this is how it is after I was done cutting it. So I'll be placing the front piece on it for you to see the outcome of it. You can see it's looking beautiful already. So this is all for the drafting of the front piece and the drafting of the back piece. I'll be showing you the sewing of it in our next tutorial. Kindly help me like this video, help me subscribe, and also turn on your notification bell. Thank you guys, thank you very much for the support. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.